Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hey, I'm Melissa.
And this is another episode of Deskies. Once again, we have not changed clothes.
Nope.
That's how we roll.
Nope.
We only have one set of clothes.
Yeah.
Actually, we only
like
have...
the future where everybody has a uniform because we're all like, fuck, thinking of something to wear.
It's really awkward because neither one of us are wearing pants either. Because we don't have pants. It's not like... It's nothing sexual. We just don't own pants.
Just boots. No.
She has boots. I have Crocs. It doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
No pants and Crocs. I want to actually talk about a subject I saw on the internet the other day. It was like, some people were upset and calling the new Supergirl show sexist because it's Supergirl and not Superwoman. And their argument is essentially, you call Kal-El, Clark Kent, Superman, but not Superboy. Now this is, I'm just going to add this before we talk about it anymore. What I find interesting is the people making this argument have no idea, because he was Superboy at one time in the comics. They actually had a television show called Superboy.
Oh.
And it had Gerard Christopher, and even Smallville was essentially Superboy. He was young Clark Kent. He wasn't called Superboy, I'll give him that. But essentially...
It wasn't called Superman either, it was Smallville.
Yeah, he was just Clark Kent.
Clark Kent, yeah.
What are your thoughts on this, though? Besides them not knowing comic book history.
Yeah, that's obviously, like, ignorance on their part. It's, like, because they didn't know, I guess, but...
Well, I mean, I guess...
Why does it have to be an argument?
I guess in a way it doesn't matter, like, if you... I mean, I guess the history of Superman and Superboy aside, you know, what are your thoughts on it being sexist for someone to call someone a girl versus a woman?
I just think it's a title. That's how I look at it. That's me.
Well, I think if maybe there's a negative like, implication.
She seems young. I mean, I saw, like, my mom was watching it the other day, but, I mean, there's a legal reason maybe why they had to choose Supergirl and not Superwoman?
Well, Supergirl, that's her name.
Yo, like you said, it's a different,
comics.
There's different versions, like Spider-Man has different versions, basically, like,
well,
is it kind of like that? Explain it to me.
Supergirl in the comics was just called Supergirl, and part of the reason she was Supergirl is, even though she was technically older than Clark Kent, she was, like, kind of frozen over years, so her body was technically younger. She was, like, 18 to 20, roughly, maybe younger, depending on who wrote it or who depicted it.
Yeah.
So she was essentially a girl, where Superman's always been depicted as roughly, like, 30 to 40.
Then it makes sense.
So that's part of the reason she was Supergirl, but when, like, they showed Superman in his younger adventures in the comics.
He's still Superman.
He was Superboy, actually, when he was, like, 18 to 20, in that range. In fact, they had Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes. So, I mean, that argument aside, I think it was stupid to bring that up just because it's wrong.
Yeah,
but
it is.
The debate over woman and girl... I mean, I guess if you really are offended by that, people shouldn't say that, but not everyone's offended by that. I mean, I could see if someone said it, like, if they were being negative about it. And obviously, you shouldn't, I mean, it might be in poor taste to, like, call someone who was, like, older than you a girl. Yeah. Yeah. But at the same token, as long as you're not saying it, like... to be mean, I guess. I don't really see that much of a problem. If someone I've been called a boy before. I got called a boy like a week ago but it was by like, I'm not gonna say who, but it was like someone roughly like 50, 60-ish. And she called me a boy, and to her, I am a boy. It's kind of a matter of perspective too.
Yeah, definitely. That is very important.
I don't really know. I mean, I think people get a little too bent out of shape now. I understand political correctness. It's good in theory. I'll say that. I think it's good in theory.
Like, people should have, like, a filter. It should just be inborn into you. And if you don't have that filter, like, I guess it sucks. But those people exist and you just deal with it.
It definitely...
It is what it is.
Well, I think people, like... I would rather somebody, like...
Like, you shouldn't run around knowingly insulting
Well,
people, but if you say something that somebody, like, is inadvertently infected by, like, sorry.
Well, I'd rather someone say something lovingly that I may not love about me than someone who, like, dislikes me, maybe being sarcastic about it. Well, you're a good guy. I would rather someone say, you're a good boy, than someone be like, oh, yeah, you're a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, the other person would be politically correct. So, I guess it's just a matter of, you know, your feelings on the subject.
Yeah, which is why it could be an issue.
No, I just call you a bad bitch. Because you are. You're a bad bitch.
That's what they say.
That's what I say.
So, I guess, remember that. Remember that shit.
How many times can I wink at the camera?
It's weird. Blinking's weird. It's like blinking halfway.
Hey, Melissa.
It's weird. That's weird.
Now I've learned something about her that I can use against her in future episodes. Right?
Whenever I'm on a wet tile floor, I know what I can use against you.
That was an awkward pause.
Oh, boy.
I am going to get my mind out of the gutter. What were you saying earlier? Something?
I got nothing.
I'm sorry. Again, this is just like being at the desk.
Yeah.
We're terrible people. I am. She's actually a great person. No, she's great.
I'm okay. I might.
How long can we awkwardly do this?
I could probably do it my entire life. I think I already have been.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up this episode, but I'm going to continue to stare at her awkwardly for the next 20 minutes. So adorable. This is Jeff. Peace out. She's dead. Right on. Take care.